Hey there! In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what sold on eBay this week. I'm going to be showing you my best selling items, and I made over $1,300 in sales just this last week.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm the founder of ListingToFreedom.com. I've made over 70,000 flipping items on sites like eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and I'm ready to teach you how to make money flipping thrift finds.
Before we get started, I just want to say if you like these videos and you want to see more of them, make sure you give me that thumbs up and make sure you hit that red subscribe button as well as the bell so you don't miss future videos. Now, before I jump in and show you inside of my eBay account and the sales that I made this week, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a very part-time reseller. I primarily just work during my kids' nap time, during weekdays only. I take weekends off besides for shipping on Sunday nights, which has been a lot of items. So this is very part-time, and I did over $1,300 in sales just this last week. Now that's the gross amount. That includes shipping, it includes sales tax, so it's not what is actually going into my bank account. I do calculate my net profit on a monthly basis, so you're going to want to make sure to check out those income reports. I do post those as videos, so keep your eye out for those, and they've been running right around 2,000, and the month that I'm just finishing up came in at just under $3,000 for the month. That's for about 10 hours of work per week, so that's pretty awesome. So I'm going to jump on over to my computer and I'll get started and show you what exactly I sold this week. All right, so I'm over here at my computer and you're looking into my eBay account. This is my username right here. If you're wondering, I know I have a lot of people always ask, hey, do you mind sharing? I don't mind sharing. So it's right there for you. If you want to look it up and follow me, follow my sales, that really helps, especially if you're a new seller. All right, so these are my the graph of my sales that I always love to look at. I had really big here in the middle of the month, almost $500 that day, but we're looking at specifically the last 7 days, which is this Friday of almost 200, and then they've been running right around 200. I had a couple days ago almost $300 in sales, and then 174 just yesterday. So I already have these pulled up. I'm going to switch tabs here on you. Oh, that's the wrong tab. All right, so I'm in the orders tab. So across the top here, there's orders, and then I'm in all orders, and I've set custom dates up. So you'll see in this pull down, there's a place where you can put in custom dates, and then I've put in specifically the dates that I'm looking at, which is the previous 7 days. All right, and then it shows that I had 54 items that sold and a total amount of $1,338. So I'm going to pull out my handy dandy calculator here and we'll calculate the average sale price. So that's just going to be how much sold, the $1,338, and then divided by 54 items, and that will give you your average sale price. So that comes out just to under $25. Now that does include the sales tax, it includes the shipping, so it's not the actual price that the items are selling for. Most of my items sell for quite a bit less. I do live in the middle of suburbia. I don't live in a wealthy area or a big city, so a lot of my items tend to be lower priced. And that's been okay for me. I've been able to make plenty of money following this model. All right, so I'm going to just scroll through here so you can kind of get an idea of the items that I've been selling. A lot of jeans. I've still been selling shorts, jackets, coats, all that kind of winter stuff is selling really well right now. So I sold several, a hoodie there and as well as two coats, but still I had several shorts sell. So we're still kind of in that in-between time. Go ahead and get your items listed. I don't hold off on listing items. If I have items, I list them, even if it's in the quote-unquote wrong season. So that's just one tip there for you. So I have several of these items already open in tabs, so they're all ready to go, and we can talk about some of them a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to pull up the first item here. This is a vintage shirt that I found, and it is, let me show you the brand. I think that this was, if I'm remembering right, Rave. I think it was a store in the mall a long time ago. I might be wrong. It's been a while. But this is the shirt, and it has these little bell sleeves on it. And I had a ton of watchers on this item. I don't even remember how many, but I think it was at 19 watchers. And I got, a couple of offers for like $10 or $15, but I knew I could get more for it. So I originally listed it for this $24.99 price, and then it sold on a 10% off sale for $22.49. Next item is a Maggie Barnes shirt. So Maggie Barnes, as far as I know, is a plus size brand. This is what the tag looks like. And these items, I've sold several of the Maggie Barnes brand, and they tend to sell for quite a bit of money. I did take an offer on this for $19.99, so not the $24.99. Actually, I sent out an offer, I should say, for $19.99, and that was accepted. So, and then this sold just, I believe it was either the same day or the next day. All right, this next item I grabbed. I did not have my phone actually wasn't working when I was sourcing. So I just grabbed this item and I had no idea how it would do. It is American Eagle, but it is a super old tag. So that's what the tag looks like there. And then it's kind of this kilt skirt. And I got it home and realized it had some flaws. So you'll see those there where the seam, there was one seam that was pulling and one hole. I was not sure what this would sell for. And I listed it $16.99 and it surprisingly sold. Let me just double check the date. So it sold in one day for that full asking price. So really excited, really surprised about that one. Next item are baby Carhartt Overalls. I've had these for a while. So I listed them July, August, September. So almost 3 months that I've had these listed. And I got a lot of offers on them for $10, $12. I was really hoping to get more than that. So I just kind of waited it out, kept sending out offers for like $13.99. And then finally somebody paid the full asking price of $18.99. All right, next item is another one that I just listed. This item sold in less than a week, and this is a new with tags dress. I'm always surprised at how many items I find that are brand new with tags being gotten rid of. So this is kind of a nightgown is what I listed it as, like a sleep dress, and it is a plus size 3X. I saw another shopper grab this item and I thought, oh, if they put that back, I am getting that because I love selling these bigger dresses, especially the 3X. So they did put that back and I got it, and that sold for $24.99 plus shipping. Next is another pair of Carhartts. Now I really like selling Carhartt, especially if the jeans are what are the double knee ones, the reinforced knee. This was not a reinforced knee, but I still decided to go ahead and get it just because it is a bigger size. So it was a size 40 by 30. And I thought that would probably sell well because there's not a lot of those bigger sizes out there. And that was a pretty good guess. I got $19.99 for those, even though they're just regular old jeans and not the double knee. And it took about two to 3 weeks for those to sell. All right, next up is this Erin Crafts jacket. I'm just looking at the dates here. So July, August, that was right around 1 month to sell. And it's this brand called Erin Crafts. And let me just show you the tag here. So it is made in Ireland. That's what the tag looks like. And I love to pick up these sweaters because they sell for around $30 a sweater. And I find not a lot of other resellers, at least in my area, pick these up. So this one, I had it listed for $31.49 and I sent out an offer. I believe it was $27.99 or no, sorry. I believe I accepted an offer for $27 on that. So that one's going to be sent out here. So $27 plus $9 of shipping. All right, if you've watched any of my last few videos of what sold and the best items that are selling, you may already know that I've sold a ton of these UPS shirts. And this is another one that sold for $42.99. And then I also sold a pair of The pants I'm finding are selling a little bit slower. The shirts were super hot. I've sold through almost everything that I have, but the pants are selling as well. They're just taking a little bit longer. So for $26.99 for a pair of pants, and those sold in just under 2 weeks. All right, next item is a Zara men's shirt. I don't normally like to buy the Zara brand, but I figured I'd give this one a go. It was a men's item, as well as it's 100% linen, and it had the collarless neck on it. So I listed it at $16.99, and I listed it a week ago, so it sold in right under a week for the full asking price. So super happy about that sale. This is a really interesting one, and I would have passed by this a few months ago, but I learned earlier this spring that these type of jeans sell really well, and these are jeans that are from the 90s. So you'll see there's some patchwork, and then they have these big flare legs on them. They are low rise. So that's one way to tell that this is probably from the 90s. I also use the keyword Y2K. That's really popular right now. So this sold, I listed it for $29.99, and that sold for the full asking price. It did have some flaws. It had, let me see if I can find it here, a little tear. There we go. A little tear by the front pocket, so there's a picture of that there, but that still sold for $30. All right, next up is a men's button-up shirt. This is just a basic button-up shirt, not any sort of special brand, and that sold for the full asking price of $14.99. The reason why it sold for this much is because of the size. So you'll see right there, it was a 4XL, and those bigger sizes do tend to sell really well. And I've sold several of them in the last month that are 4XL and 5XL. All right, next is a sweater. I just am going to show this one to you because I got it home and realized that there were some flaws with this. And so at that point, it's kind of like, do I just get rid of this or toss it? Like, what am I supposed to do with it? So here's on the back. I try to point those out in the picture that there's a place where it's sewn. So let me see if I can zoom in on this at all. So there's just a couple little places where the sweater is sewn because there were some holes, and this is what the inside looks like. So they did not too bad of a job on it. I decided to go ahead and list it with these flaws, and they're here in the condition as well as pointed out in the pictures. And this still sold for $16.99 just because it's cashmere, 100% cashmere. All right, the next item, oh, and I will say on this one, I did list it twice. The first time it sold on a best offer or on an offer from a buyer for $10, the person didn't pay. And then I relisted it and it sold almost immediately for the full $16.99. All right, the next item I have for you is a Lululemon shirt. I believe this is a Run Swiftly, and it has little thumb holes, just plain Lululemon shirt. I listed it for $42.99, and that sold in less than a week. So I'd love to hear from you. If you could leave me a comment below this video and let me know what was your best item that sold this week, I would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and keep on listing to freedom.